All right, hello, welcome to the CU Denver Business School. This is our Masters of Science Business Analytics orientation video for our new business analytics students admitted to the program. So welcome. My name is Andrew Jacobson. I'm one of the advisors here in the business school. This video is basically just going to be a quick video to kind of get you started with your business analytics program, the courses, the classes, what hopefully you're going to learn as you go through your business analytics program. And also we're going to talk a little bit in this video about how to search for classes, where to find classes, and different class formats that we have for our business analytics degree. So hopefully this video will kind of help you kind of get off on a good foot and kind of know where to start with your program. So I'm going to click here. The first thing I like to review for our new business analytics students is kind of the goals of the business analytics program, what hopefully you'll learn as a student as you're going through your MS degree. The goal, as you can see, is to teach students how to find data-driven solutions to a business problem. So that's what the BANA program really is going to be focused on, and it's going to focus on model building. And you can see there on the little table, this is the model framework that our business analytics program is kind of designed for. So you can see the focus areas there: descriptive analytics, which is what's happening; predictive analytics, which is what's coming next; causal analytics, which is what can we do about it; prescriptive analytics, which is what should we do about it; evaluation analytics, which is how well is it working; learning analytics, which is how to do better; and then collaboration, which is how to do better together. So that will be kind of the framework in which you're going to be kind of working through all of your classes as you go through your business analytics program. So kind of like to show students that, just so you can get kind of an overview of kind of what the goal is as you go through your program. This is the MS Business Analytics degree plan. So hopefully you got this in your welcome email and you've seen this. The Business Analytics program is a 30 credit hour, 10 course program. You can see it consists of 7 core classes. We'll talk about those in just a second. And then 3 electives that you have to do for your business analytics program. The top part of the degree plan there just has some business school policies, some notes to just kind of keep in mind as you're going through your program. Have to get a C or better grade for all of your classes. That's a passing grade for a course. Anything C- or worse would not be considered a passing grade in a class. And your cumulative GPA when you graduate has to be a 3.0 or better to be eligible to graduate for your program. And keep in mind, a 3.0 is a B average. So even though a C is a passing grade, you do need to kind of maintain that 3.0 GPA for your cumulative GPA for all the courses that you take for your MS degree. There's also some notes about prereqs, co-reqs there. Some of that's noted here on the degree plan. You'll see BANA 6660 has the prereqs of BANA 6610 and 6620 listed. So you have to complete BANA 6610 and BANA 6620 before you can do BANA 6660. So there's a little note about that. And then our contact information is listed there at the top of the degree plan as well, the phone number for our office, and then the email, our grad.advising@ucdenver.edu, which is the email that we use for graduate advising. So that's kind of how to reach out to us. We have 3 full-time graduate advisors here in the business school to kind of help you through your MS Business Analytics program. So if you ever have questions, concerns, anything, certainly feel free to reach out and let us know. You're never required to meet with an advisor, nor are you assigned an advisor. So when you want to meet with somebody, who you want to meet with, that really is going to be entirely up to you as you kind of go through your program. But we're here to help. So certainly if you have any questions, concerns, or anything at any time, certainly feel free to reach out and connect with us. So where to start? That's always obviously the big question for a new student. Where should I start with classes? What courses should I maybe take my first semester? So typically for a new MS Business Analytics student, the courses that we do recommend you take in your first semester, BANA 6610 and BANA 6620. So really the first 2 core classes listed there on the degree plan those are really the two classes that we do strongly recommend that business analytics students take in their first term. Those two classes will really set you up for things that you're going to be doing in your other core classes as you go through the program, and also some of the elective courses that you potentially will be taking through your MS Business Analytics degree. So BANA 6610, Statistics for Business Analytics, BANA 6620, Computing for Business Analytics. Those are really the two classes that you want to kind of target to take in your first semester. BANA 6620 is offered typically during the first 8 weeks of the fall and spring semester, and BANA 6610 is typically offered during the second 8 weeks of the fall and spring semester. So typically your first term student will do BANA 6620 in the first 8 weeks, and then BANA 6610 in the second 8 weeks. That's kind of what we advise. And if you're working full time, we do typically recommend to do 1 8-week class at a time. So here in the business school, all of our graduate courses are 8-week courses. So spring and fall semesters are 16-week long semesters. We basically divide the semester in half, and we have courses we offer during the first 8 weeks, and then other courses we offer during the second 8 weeks. So what we typically recommend as a new student is to do, particularly if you're working full time, is just do one class every 8-week session. So do one class in the first 8 weeks, BANA 6620 in your first semester, and then do one class in your second 8 weeks. BANA 6610 would be the course then to take in the second 8 weeks of your first semester. So that's what we recommend in terms of a course load, to just basically do one class every 8 weeks to get started, particularly if you're going to be working full time. If you're not working full time and maybe more of a full-time student, then you could potentially double up on classes and maybe take 2 classes in an 8-week session. Might want to your first semester though of the program, maybe just focus on just doing one in the first 8 weeks, kind of see how that goes, and then you can adjust your second 8-week schedule all the way up until when the second 8 weeks begin. So you'll have some time then during the first 8 weeks to decide if in fact you want to do 1 or 2 classes during the second 8 weeks. So kind of recommend that for new students if you're thinking you're not working full time, and if you're thinking I'm more of a full-time student, I have more time available, maybe potentially to do classes. That's something to think about. But like I said, if you are working full-time, which most of our students in our business analytics program work full-time as they're going through the program, most of those students just do one class every 8 weeks, one in the first 8 weeks, one in the second 8 weeks. So BANA 6620 and BANA 6610, the two classes to really target to start with in your first semester. Then obviously, as you go through future semesters, you'll continue taking some of those other core classes, also sprinkling in maybe your elective courses as you go along. So the core courses are offered every fall and spring semester. So most of those core courses are offered both in the fall and spring. The BANA elective courses, we typically have 1 or 2 BANA elective courses that we offer each semester, along with the core courses during the fall and spring. And typically the summer, we'll have courses that you can take in the summer for your program. But typically in the summer, we don't offer the core courses. Summer tends to be mostly elective courses. So kind of keep that in mind as you're kind of planning some of your classes and everything. So that's the degree plan, the 7 core courses, and then those 3 electives that you have to do. There's some notes down there about some of the electives. The fact that that for our elective courses, you can take any BANA number 6,000 or higher course. So 6,000 is the numbering for our graduate courses. So anything that's numbered below 6,000 is going to be an undergraduate course, which you want to make sure that you're not taking. So focus on, for your electives, taking any BANA course that's numbered 6,000 or higher can count as an elective. There's also a note that we do have a BANA capstone course that we offer, which is BANA 6910. This course is typically offered during the spring semester, so typically only offered during the spring. It is not a required course, so you don't have to do the capstone course, but it is an opportunity, and it's one that certainly our faculty recommend if you can or potentially do want to take that course. And typically it's offered in the spring, and that would be something that you would take later on in your program. As it notes there, on the degree plan. This is an elective that really is intended for students to take after you've completed the first 5 BANA core classes. So that's the 6610, the 6620, BANA 6640, 6660, and the 6670. So once you've kind of completed those, if you do want to take that capstone, that BANA 6910, you certainly can. But keep in mind, not a required course. So you don't have to do the capstone, but it is one of our kind of faculty recommended electives. And we also have 2 electives that are part of our information systems program, ISMG 6080 database management systems and ISMG 6470 text data analytics. You can take one of those courses and count that as an elective towards your BANA program as well. So up to you if you wanted to maybe do one of those ISMG or information systems courses and count that as electives towards your BANA program. Those are the only information systems courses that you can count toward the business analytics program. All the other ones that the information systems courses we offer only count toward that information systems degree. So keep that in mind. Okay, so before we end the video here, I just want to kind of go over how to search for classes in the registration system. So now that you kind of have an idea of what the degree plan looks like, what the course requirements are, and what 2 classes to maybe start with in your first semester, let's take a look at how to search for those in the enrollment system. So I'm just going to use spring 2026 as the kind of option here to start. So we're going to press spring 2026. Probably will default to that for you as a new student as you're getting started. But basically, it will just kind of have a blank space for you to enter a course, a subject, a class, a topic. So I'm just going to type BANA, BANA, that's our prefix for our business analytics courses. And if you hit search, basically all of the business analytics courses that we offer in the business school will pop up here, including some undergraduate courses. Like I said, we're looking for 6,000 number or higher courses. And you can actually, on the left side here, you can kind of filter some of your search results for courses that you're kind of looking for. So I'm going to filter through and just select graduate. So that will remove any undergraduate courses from the course search. So now the courses you'll see are only then the graduate courses that we offer for our business analytics program. So like I said, the 2 to start with, 6620, 6610. Let's click on BANA 6620 here first. You can see, so things to kind of pay attention to when you're registering for classes. Obviously, to check and see, is it first 8 weeks, second 8 weeks? As I said, this is going to be a first 8 weeks course. You'll see the meeting dates there as well, which will indicate if it's a first 8 weeks or a second 8 weeks course. And then days and times for the class. So most of our BANA courses, particularly the core courses, do meet in person. So they'll have a specific day and time that those courses will meet. So you'll be able to see that here Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9:15, basically, for BANA 6620 in the this spring semester. There's also a course information tab here, which you can click on, which will open up, which can give you some information about the class. Just kind of gives you a little course description, what that course entails and everything. So that's how you kind of search for a class and what to kind of look for when you're actually going in to potentially register for classes. So we'll go back to the search here. Click on BANA 6610, Statistics for Business Analytics. And again, you can see there the session, second 8 weeks session. That course is going to meet Thursday night, 6:30 to 9:15. And again, course information, if you want to check that out as well, there at the top to get the course description and everything. So that's how the enrollment system works. Like I said, maybe when you first go in, type BANA, do the search from there. Select graduate to make sure that you're kind of filtering out those undergraduate business analytics courses so you can kind of see directly with what you're doing and the courses, the graduate course options that you'll have. So that's kind of how to do the class search. And really, this is the video, just to kind of give you kind of a nice introduction to the program. Like I said, if you do have any questions, concerns, certainly feel free to reach out and let us know. We're here to help in the graduate advising office. So if you want to schedule an appointment with an advisor, you're certainly more than welcome to do that. You can also email us at that grad.advising at ucdenver.edu if you do have any quick questions or anything that you just kind of want to send our way, and we'll get back to you usually pretty quickly when you send emails there. So welcome to the business school. I hope you enjoy your MS Business Analytics program, and we look forward to connecting with you as you're kind of going through your program and everything. But best of luck your first semester.